Hey sailors, welcome to the crew. I'm Sailor Genta, and this is my let's play of Rule the Waves 3 as Great Britain. In the last episode, we went to war with Russia, won our first cruiser engagement, and we're now about to invade Iceland in an effort to eject the Russians from the North Atlantic. Okay. Now this will be a big action, potentially, if they actually come out and fight. We are going to invade Iceland. For some reason we are coming from the west. We have... Oh, Admiral Wright passes command check. Good. We have 1st Battle Division, which is not our best, but it'll do. 1 light cruiser from the Colonial Cruiser Division. We have our sole carrier. We have a bunch of destroyers. And then we have the 3 battle cruisers, which I have left in theater. HMS Incomparable, Inconstant, and Inflexible with their own destroyers, and technically the naval air stations, which I actually... Are they fully assigned? I don't think they are. I should make sure they are. Apparently the Russians have pulled some forces out of theater according to our estimates, but we'll see. I mean, estimated enemy forces, yeah. They don't have 2 CVLs, so that estimate is not accurate. Ooh, that's not great. That's a bunch of our screen. They don't have 2 CVLs, do they? Oh no, they have 1, but not 2. 1 of... Where is it? 11 aircraft, despite being 18,000 tons, so, you know, only moderately worried about it. I fit how many aircraft onto my Berwick conversion? 11 on half that tonnage. So, yeah. Okay, so there's the battle cruisers back here with, looks like only... Ah, that's the transports, okay. 2 destroyers made it with them, and then here are the battleships with their carrier, and I'm pretty sure the 1 light cruiser is under here. Yep. Only 6 destroyers total with them, though, so we've got a bit of a destroyer problem due to the range. Yeah, our recon aircraft are all, well, these aren't irrelevant. This is actually our first use of air power in battle. All these recon craft, the Beauforts. Oh boy, we're readying our 1 aircraft strike. What's the name of these aircraft? I see that somewhere on here. Oh, maybe if I hit the ah yes, Bolton Paul Beauforts. Hopefully they'll tell us where the Russian fleet is, potentially. No, well, the invasion force appears to be headed directly for Reykjavik Harbor, so that's where we'll escort them to. There they are. We'll just have to the battle cruisers kind of zigzag around. Recon land on naval... Oh, that's way back home at home. So technically we're in the theater with Britain, but... Ah. A report by one of our aerial scouts. 2 battle cruisers, 1 destroyer. Questionable, but... Let's head immediately northeast and see what we can find. We will take HMS Aeolus with us. I mean, well... Yeah, she's only got central firing, so that's the bigger problem. Oh, there they are. That only gave us about 3 seconds of advance warning, but I'll take it. I also am not sure those are battle cruisers. Well, that one is, so probably they all are. 10-inch belt, 2-inch deck, 8 11-inch guns with cross-deck firing. Well, if those stand and fight against this column, they will be obliterated, but we'll see what they do. Okay, yeah, it's 3 Navarin-class battle cruisers by the look of it. 8 11-inch cross-deck firing, 10-inch belt. We have 10 12-inch with 8 bearing, 12-inch belt. No cross-deck firing, although we do have wing turrets. So that we should be straightforwardly superior to these, barring some bad luck. And these are all fitted out with improved director, so... On the other hand, that looks like the other half of their battle line, as in the battleship half. So now we immediately have a problem again. We have a solution to that problem in the form of the battle cruiser division, which I will send sprinting north at 27 knots and screw covering the transports. Hopefully this isn't some fiendish Russian ploy, because... well, the transports no longer have any kind of escort, but... maybe we're being lured out of position. On the other hand, what's a couple of divisions of ground troops against a battle cruiser or two, eh? Ground troops are unlimited. Battleships are precious. So that's, let's see, 2 Gangets with 10, 11-inch, I mean, the whole wing turret layout, but with 11-inch guns and 2.5 inches less belt than we have. And then the Petropavlovsk here, that thing has a lot of firepower. 10 14-inch guns and 5 twin turrets. With a 10.5-inch belt still, but that's a lot of hitting power. I would like to have our Rodney-class battleships here to deal with that, but we're not going to get that, so... we will just have to make do today. Let's just take a 14-inch hit. No, it was a 6-inch. She's fine. Still, she should probably not try to take on the Russian battle line. And Jofu hits the Kosmominen. She's going to be a bit battered as a ship, since she was in the last battle also, unless it's a different... no, it can't be. They only have one. That's their only armored cruiser. So she's going to be seeing a lot of surface, probably. Until we sink her, hopefully. So the Navarines have pretty much broken off. I don't think any of them are actually that badly damaged, although allegedly the one is down to 20 knots and the other to 15, but I think they're probably fine. I doubt we got that many hits in, but yeah, we'll see. The battle cruisers are booking it north at 27 knots, however they are 50 nautical miles more or less from the engagement. So the battleships are going to have to fight this out alone for the time being. However, with the Navarines pretty much disengaging, it's 4 against 3 right now, and we have better armor, mostly better gunnery. I see a pre-dreadnought back here. Not going to worry about that too much. I don't know that we want to let them close the range, honestly. We're probably better off at long range. We're definitely taking some hits, landing some hits too, but taking some hits. And here come their destroyers, maybe. Yeah, we got a hit on one. Landed 3 12-inch hits that salvo. Landed 4 on that Ganget. Well done, Glory. Okay. Now we're kind of pounding them, actually. They're not really landing a lot of return hits compared to us. Just this moment. A little more even now. We're staying kind of steady where they're zigzagging a lot. I can't imagine that's good for them. Oh, it's 4 against 4. I actually thought they only had 3, but here's a Kreml class as well. 10, 12, swing turrets, 9-inch belt. I mean, similar to ours, but with 3 inches less of belt armor, which has to hurt a little. Turn slightly. What's the range? About 9,000 yards currently closing. I'm going to turn just that a little bit to make it close more slowly. How are we doing? Jofu is fine. Glory is fine. Royal Oak is barely hit. I think Irresistible. Irresistible is taking the bulk of the hits, but she is alright also. Good. Hopefully our armor is standing us in good stead so far. Because that's really not a lot of damage to Irresistible for having taken 9 12-inch, some of them 14-inch hits already, actually. She doesn't even have any turrets out of action, though. I don't know that we've dealt any really worthwhile damage to them in return, but we're holding our own at the very least so far. And I don't know if those are torpedo rounds. They could be. They've got the range. These the battle cruisers? Yes. 40 nautical miles now to range. So they're closing, but only slowly away. Eolus, why don't you keep in the action, especially since you have some of our destroyers attached to you. Especially whenever they do these maneuvers, we seem to be landing more hits than them, because it's better to be a steady firing. Oh my god, we fired off that much of our ammo already? That's a problem. Because we certainly haven't 50% killed those 4 battleships. I mean, we're winning, I think, but we haven't 50% killed any of them. Nor do we have enough destroyers. I mean, they have a lot more destroyers than us right now. So you gotta get it over here. I mean, we've got a while to go before the battlecruisers show up, too. They were pretty thoroughly detached. Somebody fired a torpedo. I don't know if that's gonna hit, but it's worth a shot, I guess. Do we have 1 destroyer with us? Yeah. Yeah, we're at less than 50% ammo already, which is... I mean, I have to assume they presumably are, too. There's usually not that much variance in how much ammo people carry, but, we haven't exactly landed a knockout blow for that fact. I mean, they're trailing smoke. They're definitely more battered than us. Although Irresistible has dropped to the back of the line, but I think she's still alright. And she lost electrical power with one of the last hits, but I think she's back up to speed now. She's down at turret, too. Jofu's alright. Glory is still barely hit. Royal Oak is also barely hit, so... Oh, Irresistible's actually pretty much gotten knocked out of line, though. Apparently she's only doing 9 knots now, so that's a problem. One of their gangets has slowed a lot. Anything we could disable to such an extent that our battlecruisers could catch up would be a huge win. Because a slow and disabled battleship would be great prey for them. They've really lost their... they're getting their line together again now, but a little late. Well, except that Petropavlovsk there is pretty much crossing our T now. Let's come about hard to starboard. Petropavlovsk unfortunately looks like she's fine, even though she's the one I would want to kill most. This Ganget is also fine. This trailing Kreml, and especially this trailing Ganget, are definitely hit. But I don't know if badly enough to really knock them out. How far? We're only 65 nautical miles from Reykjavik. However, the battlecruisers are now only 25 nautical miles behind and coming up fast. If we could get them perhaps to enfilade the Russian formation, that would really do some damage. Although we've got to worry about where their battlecruisers have gone, and I'm not too worried about the pre-dreadnought, but... Okay, all their destroyers are kind of sneaking in on us here, because we don't have enough escorts. Yeah. As I was just saying, we don't have enough screens, so all their destroyers are kind of edging in on us. If that's the only torpedo we take, we're alright, but... Yeah, we have to do an emergency turn, because I can't get hit by a bunch more torpedoes. Insta, what are you launching torpedoes at? Their destroyer? That's not helpful. At least aim for the battleships. Oh! Hey, that Ganget-class dreadnought just sank outright, actually. I didn't think she was in that bad a shape, but apparently we just flattened her. Oh, and And speaking of which, the battle cruisers are coming up behind us fast now, only 20 nautical miles behind, and they are engaging the Russian battle cruisers, which, well, we have 812s, no cross-deck firing, and an 11-inch belt, 2.5-inch deck, which is that little bit more firepower in terms of caliber, and also no worrying about cross-deck firing, and a bit more armor, so we should be that little bit superior to the Navarans, but especially if they did take any significant damage from our battleships earlier. But they have more escorts than us, and there is this pre-dreadnought hanging around, which is another 4 12-inch guns, even if she's not likely to be very effective. Okay, so their dreadnoughts are pretty much disengaging. They've left this Kreml behind. She must be pretty crippled. So we're going to try to see if we can't pincer her between the battleships and battle cruisers. I was going to try to do it with the Ganget, but she has sunk already right here, so don't worry about it. I am worried about this crippled destroyer, which is inconveniently right in the path of the battle cruisers. We need to either finish her or dodge her well around her, because I don't care to be torpedoed. Okay, she's going in circles. I don't know what the odds of her actually hitting us are. Apparently, I've just decided to risk it. And also, we are pulverizing the pre-dreadnought with this drive-by. This will probably sink her, to be honest. Red Pole is launching, I think, on the destroyer. Missed, even though she's stationary. I would say we've pretty well done a number on that pre-dreadnought. The battleships, so this other Ganget has come about and is kind of engaging the battleships. Royal Oak is still fine, Jofu is still fine. Irresistible is a bit battered. Glory, well, the torpedo. But she's making 14 knots, which is not great, but... Oh, Aeolus, don't do that. Okay, so we're engaging the Ganget and the Petropavlovsk, the remaining Ganget, that is. The Kreml is not that crippled. She's not actually sinking, I don't think. She's just kind of creeping on ahead of us. We finished the Parizhov, which is, I think, their last, no, they have 2 pre-dreadnoughts total, actually. But, this would be Netronmenia, the smaller of the 2. As opposed to Evstafi, which has 8-inch secondaries, but whatever. Pre-dreadnought is a pre-dreadnought at this point, really. They're all hopeless. No, I don't like that. Okay, we need to make it a little, turn to starboard, I guess. Bring our guns all to bear and try not to get torpedoed. In fact, harder. Turn to starboard. I really don't want to get torpedoed. Red Pole is launching torpedoes at their destroyers. Probably won't work, but well. Let's turn back to port now. I think the torpedo salvo must have missed by now. Pretty much their whole force is running north, including the battle cruisers, although I think those are much more intact than the battleships. I would say Petropavlovsk is alright. I don't know that that Ganget's very alright. I'm pretty sure this Kreml is the most damaged. Glory is definitely falling behind our column, but it's alright. We're very low on ammo, though. And let's not forget, we're still technically escorting the invasion fleet, which is 100 nautical miles behind nearly, or 90. And totally defenseless. Okay, there's one destroyer kind of coming at us here. But I would rather the whole invasion fail than not sink one of these dreadnoughts, honestly. They only have 14. Every one sunk is a huge long-term blow. Same if I manage to lose one while trying to chase them, of course. Okay, at least the battle cruisers still have ammo. They are pummeling that Kreml now. I don't think she's gonna get away. Shame they have so many. Oh, that's really bad. That's a lot of damage. Holy cow. I thought we had pretty much crippled that destroyer. Maybe it was this destroyer even. Just as I was commenting how it's a shame they have so many more escorts than me. Okay, incomparable. She's in trouble. We're gonna have to detach her immediately, but I still think she's in trouble. Especially with how long this battle is. Worth it to sink 2 dreadnoughts, but that hurts. For sure. I don't think she's gonna make it, to be honest. You know, that just means we have to make sure to finish off this Kreml to make up for it. Which I'm pretty sure she's in big trouble. We just need somebody to torpedo her. Red pole. You wanna go over there and put about 4 into her? Possibly, and maybe don't sail straight into that torpedo. And she's very crippled. Just now. No. You don't wanna. I see. One of these buttons is... There's supposed to be a... flotilla attack button or something, but... Maybe I misunderstand where it is. Well, yeah, I saw that coming. But that one torpedo alone should definitely be enough to finish off the Kreml, honestly. So let's get you back in formation. And what else? What else is left? So we've lost a battle cruiser. We've sunk surely 2 dreadnought battleships. Glory is alright, really, despite the torpedo she was hit by. So I think we head west, or east here, towards Reykjavik Harbor, since that is the invasion convoy's destined out. Darkness. Okay. You know what? In that case, it's probably best if we fall back south at cruising speed and meet up with the invasion convoy so we can protect it during the night. If the Russians have any fight left in them, we'll run into them again in the morning because of how long the battle timer is. Or if not, okay, well, she already is sinking, is she not? Yes. So, or even is she? Well, she's already sinking, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Apparently we're both finishing off our victims as darkness falls here. Thanks, destroyers. Yeah, alright, I get it. Oh, we've kind of left Glory very alone over there. We should not. We get her back in formation, please. Otherwise, she's gonna end up getting torpedoed 10 times in the dark like Incomparable. We don't have anywhere near enough screens up here. Plenty in the fleet as a whole, but just the range problem with operating off Iceland. Oh, that must be a destroyer. You should probably just move at high speed, actually, so that you don't get, reduces your chances of being torpedoed. At least until you're clear of the combat zone a little. This is our carrier, right? Nope, that's 2 destroyers. Where the hell's the carrier? Oh, right here with the battleship. Close company now. Alright, that's fine. Just kind of stalking Glory here so that we can try to get her back in formation. She can make 15 knots apparently now, which is literally faster than the rest of the formation. Oh, 17. We can do 17, but still. I will accept 15 if it means getting her back in formation. Alright, back to cruising speed. I think you're safe. Hopefully, as she reaches the coast, she gets confused enough that we can pick her back up. Because other than the torpedo, she's still fine-ish. And we might need all our firepower yet to break through in the morning. Where the hell is she going? I didn't ever tell her to detach exactly, but it does look like she's making her way back towards Scapa Flow. Have you guys found the... Ah, there they are, actually. Transports. Very good. Okay, you will resume close escort duties. Hopefully those didn't all die at any point. I don't think they did. Battleships will hopefully catch up to and reacquire Glory. No. I don't think I ordered her detached, but oh, you know what? I did. No, I didn't. I didn't push that button. Can you please get back into your designated formation? I mean, she's right there. Or it's right there. You could do it. I believe in you. Doesn't wanna. Alright, you know what? Just leave her. She's been torpedoed anyway. Let's just head back towards Reykjavik. She should be clear of where she's gonna get randomly torpedoed anyway, so... Let's head back towards Reykjavik. I don't know if there's gonna be, you know... There should be 2 battleships, 3 battlecruisers left on the Russian side against my 3 battleships, 3 battlecruisers, so it's not a huge firepower advantage, especially because they still have a lot more screens than me. But, we'll see what we're looking at in the morning. Whether they've all gone into port or ran off somewhere, or whether they're all waiting for me. We'll just all stick by the convoy for now. My battleships have accidentally left the entire escort force just wandering over there, but I'm sure that's fine. Oh, there's the convoy. Further east than I thought. Down to cruising speed, will you? What's the time? 3:20 a.m. and it's daylight. Okay. Scout planes are out. Didn't spot anything, although that's a little early in the day. 1 destroyer. Not so worried about that. 1 more destroyer. Also not so worried about that. It's the battleships and battlecruisers I'm a little more worried about. That is 1 lone ship. Ah, hold on. What's this now? Whoa! I don't like that. Let's turn around immediately. Apparently there are 2 battleships, 4 light cruisers directly behind my largely helpless convoy. And possibly shooting at it already. Yeah, definitely shooting at it. Okay, we need to get back there straight away. They've kind of pulled a fast one on us here. It's 16 knots is the best speed you guys have got. That's fine. Just get back there straight away, because the invasion force is getting decimated as we speak. How many transports do I have to get through? 4. Which is not very many out of, what do I have, like 9 or something? Okay, yeah, the battleship... Oh, they're just dead, though. Oh my god. The whole armada of Russian destroyers is just mobbing them. They're all going to die. Well, apparently that's the first one to be torpedoed, but... They are pretty much all as good as dead, and... There's not actually very much my 3 battleships can even do about it. What is shooting at inconstant? Is it these? I guess we are just about in range. Oof, the invasion convoy. Well played by the Russians, actually. I can't really get much closer either, because there's just piles of destroyers and such in there. You might have damaged or disabled a couple, but mostly, I think there were only 2 destroyers doing close escort. They've been totally overwhelmed, it looks like. Whoa, inconstant, inflexible. Based on what happened to your sister after 1 torpedo, I think you should stay well away from Russian destroyers. What are we engaging anyway? Just the 2 battleships that are left. I don't know where their battle cruisers are at, but they're not right here right now. We are super low on ammo, though. I think pretty much the whole fleet is down to about 20%. Do we have 4 transports left? I'm not sure we do. Now there's 1, 2. I see 5 afloat, but I don't know if they're really all afloat or if some of them are sinking already. Honestly, it's still a win even if we don't actually take Iceland, just because we've sunk more capital ships than them, but yeah. I see 4 floating. I don't know, are you sinking? Not technically, although you're pretty damn crippled. Oh, and you've been torpedoed. Wait, you're gonna sink. Yeah. We might not have 4 transports left. Which is a shame. After all that fighting. Ooh, that was a ugly swarm of destroyers in there, though. Yeah. Sure, pick up survivors, why not? We are very, very low on ammo, too. The battleships, battle cruisers, both 20% or something. I don't even know if most of our guns are actually still firing back or not. Kinda looks like not. Somebody just say sights an enemy land installation? Oh, you sure do. What the hell, Glory? Well, maybe don't sit next to it. Oh my god. If she gets herself sunk, just like sitting in the shallows, engaging a shore battery for no reason, I'm gonna be kind of pissed. Apparently it's a light gun battery, so maybe it can't damage her much, but I'd still prefer she would move on. Oh my god, why? Why would you be here? Well, I guess she better win. Seems like it's a light gun battery, so maybe she'll be fine. Okay, do you have any... Are you out of ammo? Well, forward turret 1 is out of ammo. Forward centerline turret has, like, some. So basically, we're pretty much out of ammo. Oof, and that hurt. Yeah, the battle cruisers should not be engaging. Oh, I mean, these are both definitely damaged, but they need the support of these, and these are... Ooh. So only the starboard turret of all of these has any ammo. Gotcha. Big problem, that. So the battle cruisers are slightly better off, actually. The battleships apparently can only engage on their starboard side. Well, let's see where that gets us, eh? That's not a crippling weakness or anything. I have to turn to present my port side now. I'm sure that'll be fine. How's this invasion business going? I see 2 transports. No, I see 4 still, but I don't really know where they're going. Oh, Glory has gotten herself out of that inlet. I don't think she sank the... or didn't sank, but I don't think she destroyed the coastal battery, but she seems to be alright. I don't know where the Russian battle cruisers went either. I haven't seen any sign of them since the dawn. The battleships might be running off to the north. Hopefully. Well, I don't quite think that's an accurate scout report, but thanks for the attempt. What's left of the transports is sort of hanging out down there. I don't know why. I don't think it's exactly been a successful invasion. I guess any chance of it was pretty scuppered by that successful attack on the convoy this morning. As a naval battle, I'm pretty sure it's a win. I think the only ship we've lost outright, other than transports, is Incomparable, was it? Yeah, HMS Incomparable. Which is not too bad a loss. Well, it is, but we sank quite enough in exchange. Yeah. So it's a win. I mean, it's not, crushing, but it's a win. We lost 6 out of 8 transports, apparently, which is not great, yeah. All of our destroyers survived, barely, and our only actual loss is the battle cruiser. In exchange, we sink 3 destroyers, 1 pre-dreadnought battleship, and 2 dreadnought battleships. So, as an exchange, it's just about in our favor. Let's see here. Just damage to the... some of this... no damage to the Ochakov. Are these in the battle? Certainly didn't notice them. A lot of their light cruisers were hanging around but didn't really do anything. Same with our 1 light cruiser that was hanging around. Definitely would have been nice to have more escorts for this one. Might have been able to save Incomparable. Or at least press a lot more successful torpedo attacks. As it is, we spent a lot of the battle fighting off Russian destroyers, which... what was the total odds? 9, 11, 12 to 21. Which I actually thought it was even worse, but a lot of ours were detailed regarding the carriers and such. The carrier, that is. Anyway, otherwise, minor damage to Aeolus, Aurora. Assorted minor damages. Rimnik was hit yeah, their battle cruisers are pretty much fine. Remnik was hit 5 times by, well, 3 times by Inflexible and twice by Jofu, but is fine. Navarin was hit 7 times by Inconstant and Glory, but is fine. Bruni here was hit by 5-inch and 3-inch secondaries mainly from Incomparable and Sunk. Metki was hit by 5-inch primarily off of Incomparable and Inflexible. Looks like Incomparable maybe took a couple down with her when they got too close trying to push their attack. Nepris Tupni, this is the third one that was lost. Actually, mostly 3 and 4-inch off of our destroyers and battleships, it looks like. We lost 3, right? Yeah. And then Inconstant, only minor damage. 4 11-inch hits, I think. I don't know, 3 11-inch hits and 2 11-inch from Gangit and Navarin, and 2 14-inch from Petropavlovsk, which I'm sure probably did a lot more damage, but she's fine. Jofu, 11 hits in all from Navarin, from Parvanets, from Kreml, Gangit. Never hit by Petropavlovsk, it looks like. Gangit here, 17 heavy hits and came through pretty okay, actually. Ooh, look at that -2 crew quality. Great job, Russia. And central firing. My god, we should have won this more decisively than we did, honestly. Do a lot of their ships still have... Okay, no. Most of... Well, I don't know. I don't want to say most. Oh my god, this thing had central rangefinder. Most of their dreadnoughts... No, half of their dreadnoughts had director. Half of them had central firing. What about the battle cruisers? Okay, they had improved director. At least some of them. Nope, this one has central... Well, this might be my faulty intelligence or something. I'm not sure if this is 100% accurate, but I feel like it is, usually. Anyway. 17 hits on Gangit with heavy guns, but she came through alright, actually. Nothing crippling. Petropavlovsk, 21 hits by heavy guns, also came through pretty alright in the end. Nothing crippling for her either. Royal Oak was hit 14 times and actually managed to lose 2 turrets, which hurts. I think Petropavlovsk is responsible for a lot of the hits, including taking out the 2 turrets, I think. Those 14-inch guns, those hurt. It would have been nice to have our modern battleships for that, but yeah. Glory was only hit by 3 heavy shells, but the 1 torpedo hit did a lot of damage. Irresistible, 16 heavy shells actually in the end. I think she suffered a lot in the morning. Nope, that would be incorrect. She didn't get hit at all in the morning. She just, she got a little too close to Petropavlovsk sometime early in the night, apparently. Or in the evening. And really got battered more than I realized. Oh, this is Irresistible. For some reason I was thinking this was a battle cruiser. No. Yeah, Irresistible, 16 hits, mostly Petropavlovsk doing the damage, it looks like. And as for sunk ships, 13,300 tons Nitron Menya. Apparently that 1 torpedo that Oh no, I didn't think she was hit by a torpedo. But she was hit by 31 12-inch shells from Inconstant, Incomparable, and Inflexible, and that did for her, yeah. Fires, apparently, officially finished her, although I think she was screwed all kinds of ways. Pervenets, a 20,000-ton Gangit-class battleship, hit 38 times by 12-inch from Glory. And let's see, that -1 crew quality looks like it hurt her. Plus high speed, disorganized crew fails to limit flooding. Confused crew mismanages equipment. And, you know what? It's fires raging out of control that actually did her in, which is interesting. Well, yeah, because 38 hits, actually, you'll note, is not It's quite a bit more than this one took, actually, but yeah, nah, I guess she took quite a few more. Kreml, 54 heavy hits from our 12-inch, plus 3 torpedoes. That will typically do the job. No, 19,300 tons only, but she's a little more modern. Well, actually, really, considering she only has... Oh, no, she has the wing turret arrangement. So, yeah, similar, really, with the 12-inch guns. Anyway, I mean, the battle... I think the battleships disabled her, but the battle cruisers did a lot of... The battleships got one hit in. Maybe this engine room hit here. I don't know. She couldn't keep up at some point and had to be detached. I'm not sure why. But then our battle cruisers caught up to her and did a lot of damage, yeah. They are really what finished her. Red Pole with the torpedoes, although I don't... Oh yeah, and there's another one, so... Apparently Red Pole hit her multiple times with torpedoes over a longer period than I thought, and Minstrel... Oh, these were the finishing off ones when we were retiring at Darkness. But the one earlier in the day is what finished her off, actually. Right. And then Incomparable... Well, okay. She was effectively just lost to one unfortunate torpedo hit, which, right here from Metke, which she did sink in return, yeah. But Metke managed to cause so much flooding that she pretty much sank, way before Legke managed to hit her 4 times with torpedoes later. But it's a win. 1 battlecruiser for 2 dreadnought battleships, a pre-dreadnought, and 3 destroyers. And, well, the invasion of Iceland did not really succeed, but we'll try again. Heavy shells, AP penetration improvement. Blockade is ongoing. Thanks for watching, sailors. Hope you enjoyed. New parts will be up every other day, or you can watch live on Twitch. If you did enjoy, consider leaving a like and subscribing. Have a nice day, sailors. This is Sea Lord Jenda, signing off.